Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. You join me in a sauna room and I am steaming, and not because I'm drunk. I'm not drunk, I'm hot in a sauna room and I've got a t-shirt on. And the reason I've got a t-shirt on is because if I take it off it's just going to ruin your day, because you're going to see elite athleticism. But we're here to talk about the United Stand, and genuinely I am hot and bothered, and not because I'm in a sauna, but because of the situation at Manchester United right now. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. And we're just becoming accustomed to this. Kim Min-jae going to Bayern Munich, Alexis McAllister going to Liverpool, Declan Rice going to Arsenal, and David De Gea leaving and potentially is using Dean Henderson, the Poundland John Cena, as our goalkeeper for next season. Are you having a laugh? Well, I am hot, I am bothered, and it does say danger, there could be a fire behind me. And that might be sauna related, but it might be Goldbridge related, because I am getting hot. Increasingly hot and increasingly regretful of doing it in a sauna. Sit down, Bridge, sit down. Oh, yes. Well, look, ultimately, this is, you know, the situation with Manchester United on a serious note is that it's leaking like a hedgehog's lilo. There are so many leaks, as I said yesterday, because there's good people at that football club who really struggle to have any loyalty to an ownership that has no loyalty to them. Many of them could be out of jobs in the next few months. The sale thing was expected to be sorted by now. And of course, if you are a decent person in football and you get told you're not required anymore in the summer, a lot of clubs are recruiting in the summer. But not a lot of clubs are recruiting at the end of the summer. So there's a lot of people talking at Manchester United because they're frustrated. I don't think people at United have always been loyal to the Glazers anyway, but they're certainly not now. So they're talking, they've got loose lips, and what they're saying is that United's transfer window categorically is a shambles, and you can evidence it yourself. Kim Min-jae was a high priority target for Ten Hag. He was a player that wanted to come to Manchester United, and ultimately is going to go to Bayern Munich because they've made a more stable, efficient play. We are a club that want you, Kim. We are a club that will play you, Kim. We are a club that will pay you, Kim. Whereas Manchester United are like, can you wait a little bit? We're trying to find out what's going to happen with the ownership model. The same thing with Declan Rice. We've held talks with all these players. Kim Min-jae, the club cannot deny that we weren't in for them. We were in for them. We've spoken to Kim Min-jae. We've spoken to his agent. We've spoken to Declan Rice. We've spoken to his agent. We spoke to Alexis McAllister. We spoke to his agent. We're speaking to these players, but we're hitting a brick wall when more efficient, organised clubs come in and say, we're not just speaking to you, we're speaking to your club and we're putting an offer in. And Man United are going is, please wait. And it's just not going to work. It's not going to work, and it hasn't worked. And people can get excited about the guy from Monaco or Jurrien Timber as an alternative to Kim Min-jae, but I've said it time and time again, when you keep buying players that are not the manager's first choice, you end up with third, fourth choice. And that's what United are doing here. They are failing the manager again. Harry Kane was his first choice, not going to get him. Kim Min-jae was his first choice, not going to get him. Declan Rice was his first choice, not going to get him. Caicedo is a choice, not going to get him. We're not getting these players. And there'll be people in the fan base who are full of happiness and joy, and their glass is half full. But football will tell you, when you are up against a team like Manchester City, but also Arsenal to a certain extent, also almost Liverpool in the transfer market, maybe even Chelsea, when you're up against efficient teams that have got better teams than you anyway, and they're better than you in the market, they will get better than you, and you will struggle. And this is the problem that Erik Ten Hag has. And look, we've had parties and barbecues this weekend with some people saying things like, oh, I'm so glad David De Gea is going to go. I warned you in the middle of last week. David De Gea might not sign that contract. It's got nothing to do with Erik Ten Hag. It's now trying to be spun like it is. De Gea is wanted by Ten Hag because he knows he hasn't got the money to go and get Costa or Onana and a striker and a midfielder and a centre-back. So he's not looking to replace the goalkeeper. He expected that deal to be signed. Saudi Arabia have now come in and offered a good deal to De Gea, and he's mulling it over. The reality is, and I did warn you, be careful what you wish for, because if De Gea goes, it could be Dean Henderson. Now, there are people out there that think Dean Henderson's a better goalkeeper than David De Gea. And I know and like some of these people, but you're just getting lost in distribution. He is not a better goalkeeper than David De Gea. Absolutely not. This is like comparing a bloody car to a dead squirrel. Like, Dean Henderson is not a better goalkeeper than David De Gea. People need to realise that David De Gea is one of the best goalkeepers in the world when it comes to saving shots. And they'll get the little graphs out and they'll go on Y-Scout, but the reality is he's a very, very good goalkeeper. Dean Henderson is not wanted by anybody other than Nottingham Forest. And you'll get people saying, well, nobody wants to buy David De Gea, that's why he's going to Saudi Arabia. He's on 350k a week. If David De Gea was on 100k a week, there'd be a lot more people who want him. Dean Henderson is on around 100k a week, and the only clubs that want him are Forest. He is a mid-table goalkeeper, he's a John Cena tribute act, and he ain't ready for the Man United job. So no, not for me. But ultimately, this just keeps coming down to what I'm getting hot about is it's a mess. It's a joke. It's a farce. It's a travesty. It's an absolute bloody joke. Manchester United's transfer policy is screwed already. We predicted this back in December. They will not get this sale done by the summer transfer window. They've still not got the summer sale done. The sale, whenever it's going to happen. We are missing out on players. So anybody who starts going, oh, don't be so negative. Don't be so negative. You know, I'm negative, right? The reality is we are evidentially missing out on players. We are missing out on players. Declan Rice, we spoke to. We can't get him. He's going to Arsenal. Casido, we'd like to get. He's going to Chelsea. You're not even in bloody Europe and might not get top 4 next season. Dean Henderson could be replacing David De Gea. We're not getting Harry Kane. We're not getting Victor Osimhen. We're not getting Kim Min-jae. How many more targets do you want to miss? It's like Stevie Wonder playing darts. We're missing all over the place. It's not good enough from Manchester United. And I tell you what, you know it, I know it, the fans know it, the employees know it, the players know it, Ten Hag knows it, every bloody person knows it. And why is it happening? Because the Glazers want to squeeze a little bit more blood out of the club. You know what United are like? They're like roadkill. They're like an injured squirrel on the road. And you know what? Instead of an ambulance coming, or a vet, or a vetulence, or whatever you call it, I don't know, the Glazers are running over to the injured squirrel, and they're getting a needle out, and they're trying to take more blood from it. That's where we're at the moment. Wake up and smell the coffee. This transfer window is a joke. The interest in Lavia is a joke. We're not actually inquiring about him. Listen to Fabrizio. Anana. Oh yeah, where's the money coming from? We need to wake up. The great season of Ten Hag last season could descend into a bloody joke next season because of the Glazers. It needs to change, and it needs to change quickly. And the only people holding this back are the Glazers. And I'm bloody hot. Anyway, make sure you smash a like and subscribe. I'll speak to you later. Get your comments in below as well.